Hey folks, this is the Kentucky Fathers Podcast. Boy, it has been a while. But going into 2023, I give you my word, I'm going to be more consistent in doing live Kentucky Father podcasts, interviews, and things of that nature. Now, if you go to my YouTube channel, Book Talk with Corbin Sievers, you will find some interviews I've done with fathers, and I think those are good interviews. I think they're be very helpful to you. Today, I wanted to talk to you about Herschel Walker. No, I'm not going to be talking about politics. Here's what I do want to talk about. It's been brought to my attention in my research. I do a lot of research, do a lot of reading, watching Twitter, YouTube, you name it, and I've seen where Herschel Walker's son has come out and he's been very, very critical of his father. He's been very public in his criticism of his father and expressing his disagreements with his father. This is my message to that young man and other young men and daughters, or men and daughters who publicly condemn their fathers. Don't do it. That's ignorant. Period. Don't do it. That's ignorant. If you look at the three major faiths of the world, Judaism, Islam, Christianity, and they have, those three major faiths pretty much dominate the world. Millions upon millions and millions of followers. Nowhere in their religious teachings do they ever even come close to upholding and supporting children who condemn their fathers in public. What you see is teachings that says respect your father. Respect your father. You don't have to agree with him. You can do that behind closed doors. You don't have to be part of the same political party he's part of. That's a private matter. But you must always respect your father in public, particularly in public. Always respect your father. In the scriptures, in the Christian Bible, it says, Look at Ephesians 6:1. It says, and I'm paraphrasing here, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. One of the first promises in the Bible is when it says to children, hey, honor and respect your parents so that your days may be long on this earth. And so that's God basically saying, not once, not twice, but several times, really. There are other examples. Respect and honor your parents, and you definitely need to, and that includes your father, period. I don't care if your daddy's the biggest nut job on earth or if he's one of the most successful businessmen on earth. He's your father. You respect him, period. So out of little tough love to Herschel Walker's son, I'm saying to you, brother, and I hope someone shares this with you. Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop. You got an issue with your father? Let me tell you something. First of all, most sons at some point are going to have an issue with their father. That's just natural. That's just natural. I don't give you black, white. I don't care if you're Spanish speaking, non-Spanish speaking. I don't care if you're Armenian. I don't care if you're Setswana. I don't care if you're Zulu. I don't care if you're Cuban. I don't care. At some point, fathers and sons are going to have, conflict. They're not going to see things eye to eye. But you always respect your father. You got an issue with that, brother? You got an issue with Mr. Herschel Walker? Man, go to family counseling. Go to family counseling. Let me tell you something. And this, as I'm speaking, also brings to mind a situation with 50 Cent and his son. their conflicts. I'm going to say to his son, 50 Cent's son, boy, respect your father. I don't give a flip what your mama says. Be a man and learn how to approach another man and behind closed doors, work out your differences, particularly your father. Particularly your father. Respect that man. You got an issue? I'm talking to Herschel Walker's son. I'm talking to 50 Cent's son. You got an issue with your daddy? You better go take it to family counseling. Pick up the phone, text him, email. I don't know what you got to do, but say, hey, Daddy, can we do family counseling? And I would say to those fathers, Herschel Walker and 50 Cent, you may be hurt. You may want to reject that, but brothers, don't do that. I'm a father. You're fathers. You guys know. Come on now. We know as fathers, children can be disrespectful and hurtful to us. It happens. But that's just part of fatherhood, just dealing with that and handling that. But this message is primarily toward the son of Herschel Walker. Dude, got an issue with your daddy? Stop going out to and talking about it. Because those people you're talking to, they have their agenda. And they have their agenda. And their agenda is not your agenda. Their agenda is not your agenda. And their agenda is not in your best interest. I can pretty well guarantee you that, brother. Stop going to them. Stop disrespecting your father in public. Pick up the phone. Do whatever you got to do. And keep your mother out of it. And your other siblings, keep them out of it. One-on-one. Pops, can we sit down? Can we go to family counseling and sit down? Can we make that commitment to sort of get through our hurt feelings and reconcile, restore the relationship and reconcile? That's what any of the three major faiths would encourage, and that's what I'm encouraging you to do, brother. I don't know you from Adam. I may never ever see you in life. But I'm going to say this, and I say this from the heart, man. I say this from the heart. Respect your father. You got an issue with your daddy? Pick up the phone and say, Daddy, we need family counseling. And be sincere about it. Make it happen. And fathers, Herschel Walker, brother, I don't know you from Adam, but I'm going to say this, as father to father. Actually, you may want to initiate saying to your son, look, I feel disrespected by you, but hey, that's not what I want to talk to you about. I just want to talk to you about restoring our relationship. I want to talk about reconciling. I want to talk to you about, how we can have a good, healthy father-son relationship. Brother Herschel, you may need to initiate it. But I'm definitely saying to your son, man, stop. Stop the disrespect. Stop. Just stop. Period. Just stop. And, pick a phone, talk to your daddy, say, hey, man, we need counseling. Herschel, even if your son doesn't stop, you should still say that. You shouldn't try to don't respond to everything your son says. Your son, don't respond to everything your son says. Just say, son, when it's all said and done, I'm your daddy, and I'm going to be your daddy, one day after eternity. It's just the way it is. And we need a better relationship. We need to go into counseling. So that's it. Kentucky Fathers. I just had to share that. It was really heavy in my heart, and I just had to put that out there. It's heavy in my heart because this channel is all about uplifting fathers. It's all about encouraging fathers. It's all about inspiring fathers. Being a father is one of the greatest blessings you'll ever have in your life. I don't have to say that to fathers listening. You guys know that as much as I do. But you also know that being a father, you got to include in that definition, sacrifice and taking things that's going to be hurtful. Hey, that's just part of being a father, man. You know that. I'll never forget one time. I'm going to leave it at that, and I just sincerely hope that this message gets out to Herschel Walker's son, and the son says to the father, hey, let's go into family counseling. I want to restore a relationship. I want to reconcile. And if that doesn't happen, I hope that Herschel Walker says to his son, hey, brother, hey, young man, let's sit down. Let's talk. Let's go into counseling, okay? But the immediate thing I also want to say to Herschel Walker's son, stop, brother. Stop disrespecting your father. Just stop. Hey, man, this is Kentucky Fathers. I want to give you this opportunity. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity, for letting me do what I do.